So when you are in your stance or doing any kind of martial arts, you want to stay in the center. That means the physical center of the Hara center, which is here in the abdomen, and staying centered in the mind means absolute one-pointed focus. Now the center is obviously the physical center of mass, center of weight. However, the mass extends peripherally across the body from here out through the fist, through the leg, through the elbows, through the knees. So there are, as we've looked at, a number of different sounds. This drops the weight. Ha. This allows interconnectivity between the head, the brain, the throat, the chest and abdomen. If you make the sound, this ensures the sound travels from the abdomen and out through the throat and neck. So this is a way to ensure you're grounded. You might do a more reverberating sound, a longer, more drawn out with kicks, because they come from the root, they come from the base, or in fact from the lowest point, and it takes that much longer because you're moving more of the body than you are with these lighter movements. Now the Hara center is around the intestines, the abdomen. So by keeping a constant awareness and pressure here, by focusing on the exhale, all the way to the end of the exhale, this ensures you're moving from a rooted position rather than just flailing the arms, swinging the legs any old how. So it's always from this center, whether it's a head movement, it's keeping connected. So how does this center travel and communicate with the upper center, the higher centers of the brain, and cognition, awareness? There's a number of factors. There's the electricity, that's the neurological system which relays. So this is established between the brain and the abdomen, the gut and brain. The gut is known as the second brain, not only because of the chemicals it produces, which transfer through the neurological system and to the brain, but also because they act in concert. So there's an electrical, neurological link through the spine, through the nervous system, to the brain, and to the base of the spine at the center, which is here. So once this link is established, this balance, this equilibrium, that's where the posture comes in, to stretch the spine so that you're grounded, yet there's a lift from the head, a sinking down into the exhale. So it's not just sinking down and being completely crouched, completely stooping. There's a stretch and a drop and a stretch. This ensures the spine is maximally transmitting this energy between brain and body. There's a number of other factors. Heat is transferred through the intestines because heat is conducted well through the intestines and allows this energy from the center to transfer more widely through the structure of the body. So once this link's established, the neurological energy cannot travel as freely directly to the brain in total. So this heat transfer of keeping the center active by keeping a pressure here with the exhale, you might make rapid sounds to keep yourself linked. You might even just keep an awareness. You might even keep a pressure. Feel that pressure as you exhale. Maintain it as you inhale, keeping yourself grounded and linked. This can be done at any time. This creates a warmth. Now warmth spreads throughout the body, through the organs, so that this assists the transmission of energy, which the Chinese systems called Qi and the yogic systems called prana. This spreads all over in various forms. Now, the form is understood. The form of energy is understood to transfer, transform. So there are a number of transformers which allow this energy to take place. For example, there's fire in the belly, which is related to the heat, which transfers to the lungs as it warms and turns into a kind of steam, which heats the body, keeps the flow going, and this is how water relates to fire. It's as if there's a fire here in the belly, heating the pot, which creates a steam, an air pressure, an air warmth, which heats all the electrons and atoms to then expand and be able to transfer more widely and lift, and then it cools again and sinks back down. So there's always a link. Now heat always finds a vacuum or cool air. So if you imagine a pot of tea, it will just spread into the cooler atmosphere and dissipate totally. The cold never turns to heat. It's always heat transferring. Now, the body is mainly made up of empty space, which is known as kind of cosmic energy, or many different names. Essentially, it's space, empty space. So this energy works through this empty space, which is why there was always an emphasis on emptiness and achieving the no-mind state or the empty state. So this energy transfers not only through the empty space of the body, but through the organs, the bones, and all the apparatus. There's a heat transfer, creates a movement, a kinetic energy in the organs, in the muscles, in the blood, which obviously transfers through the entire system and really makes into a more apparent form the Qi, the foundational energy, the prana, whichever you call it. It really gives physical form and movement to this original energy which started here in the Hara center. So this explains how forces act. We have gravity, which has a great physical effect on the body, throughout the body. However, that's not the strongest force. The strongest force is within the empty space, which isn't so visible, but obviously we need to create this transference of energy through the body by working with the organs, the musculature, the breathing. So this is why there was an emphasis on only the limited aspect of energy, because this is the one we can work with at the physical level. It's easy to work with health, fitness, and energy at this level because it's the most visible, it's the most easy to comprehend, but it will also have a profound effect on energy levels and functioning in health by working with this Hara center, and at the same time working with this invisible energy which is expressed through the physical body, transfer of heat, movement, and enhanced neurological functioning.